Holy Tzaddikim and Tzaddikot, hope everybody is doing great. We actually just started the month of Elul, last month of the year, leading up to Rosh Hashanah, leading up to the high holidays, the Yamim Noraim. I actually just looked back and the video that I sent out last year for this Shabbat was actually about Elul, so maybe I'll send that out together with this one. But I actually wanted to speak about a very, very beautiful and I believe powerful idea from this week's Parsha. We have Parshat Shoftim. The Parsha starts out, Shoftim v'shotrim titein lecha. Shoftim are judges, v'shotrim are officers or police officers. Titein lecha v'chol sharecha. You have to appoint these people in all of your dwellings, all the places that you live. Makes a lot of sense, right? You can't have a society without court systems, and without officers that enforce the rule of law. What's the difference if the court rules something and then you leave the court and you're like, I don't care, I'm going to do whatever I want. So we need officers to enforce it. We need a court system that doesn't make an anarchist society that people can just do whatever they want, whenever they want, whoever's stronger, whoever's bigger, whoever has a bigger gun or is willing to hurt someone else can therefore get away with anything. No, we have courts and we have a rule of law. We have enforcers of those laws called police and officers. But if you look carefully, it's clearly not the only lesson that the Torah is trying to teach you. It says the pasuk, Shoftim v'shotrim, right? Judges and officers, titein lecha. You should set up. You should do it for yourself. Chol sharecha, in all of your dwellings, wherever you are. This word titein lecha, give to you yourself. That's a weird thing to write. The cha is singular. It means do it for you. Not just have it in your town, have it in your city. Do it for you. Do it for yourself. It's kind of like saying each and every one of us need to have our own judges and police system. Whoa. I need to have my own personal, the Yitzi Clapper judge court system, and the Yitzi Clapper police station. What are we talking about over here? What is going on here? And so I think that the Torah and many of the great sages comment this exact point. The Torah is teaching us about a deep sense of self-awareness, of being honest, sometimes even critical, in terms of being able to judge yourself and your own actions and what you're up to, and really being willing to look at yourself the way a judge looks at a court case, looking at all the details, all the circumstances, and the ability to look at yourself and your own actions through that light, and not just to always give yourself a pass because, it's okay, it's too hard. Or God forbid the opposite, not to always be so hard on yourself because, I'm such a terrible person. I'm not so good. I'm a real Russia. No. Don't always be so hard on yourself. Don't always be so easy on yourself. Shoftim, set up for yourself an honest system, an honest court system, an honest judgment of being able to look at your own actions and assess them. But what good is that if you are not able to enforce the honesty that you have for yourself? And therefore we have shotrim. You have to set up for yourself officers, right? Enforcing the honesty, enforcing the court ruling that one has for themselves. When you judge yourself, when you look at yourself through a honest set of lenses, not a rosy colored lenses and not a dark colored lenses, but through honest lenses, being honest about, am I doing the right thing? Do I speak to this person in the right way? Am I acting honestly in my business? Am I acting honestly on the way I take tests or do homework? Am I giving enough tzedakah? Am I learning Torah enough? Am I praying enough? That's called being a judge for yourself, really being honest. Are you doing enough? And then put your foot down. Because without enforcing the law, what good is the law? And so set up this system for yourself where you enforce this judgment that you have for yourself, it's time to make a change. Tzadikim and tzadikot, this is Elul. Elul is the time now where we have an honest assessment of our lives and we start to implement those changes. Why? Because Rosh Hashanah is right around the corner. And we want to show the master of the universe that we really, really mean it. We understand that there are changes that need to be made. And it's not just that we know that, it's that we're willing to put in the work. Now, I'm not saying we're making wholesale changes. I'm not saying we're supposed to flip over our whole life. That's not healthy, and it's not something we should do, and it's not something Hashem wants. But at least now to start the concept of being self-aware, right? Of looking over our lives and looking over our actions and thinking, what can I be changing? And to start to implement that just even a little bit, one baby step. One positive thing that is a change in our lives. Anything. Some suggestions, praying a little bit more. If you don't pray, pray a little bit. If you pray, pray a little more. If you already pray, pray with a little bit more kavanah, a little more intent and concentration. That's just one example. Making a bracha on a food, biting your tongue to not say lashon hara, guarding your eyes. These are just examples. You can think of anything you want. Where in your lives do we need to be honest about our assessment, judging ourselves? And what can we do? What small thing can we do to change in a positive way? And if we can start doing this, if Elul, we take it seriously, wow. Ishtabach Shmolad, Rosh Hashanah coming up, it's going to be the happiest of the happiest and the holiest of the holiest. It's going to be so exciting to be judged favorably, to be put in the book of life, Bezrat Hashem, all of us and all of Am Yisrael. Wishing all of the holy tzaddikim and tzaddikot Shabbat Shalom.